Hello and welcome to the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health. My name is Gio Ilagan. I'm from batch 2022. I graduated last year and I also passed the board exams last year as well. Medical school applications can be very daunting. Lots of things to consider, lots of questions to be answered, and generally just lots of things to be curious about. So allow us today to hopefully answer those questions and to satisfy your curiosity by taking you on a short journey in sitting in with each batch to see what goes on in their everyday lives as med students and what the highlights of each year level is here in med school. So without further ado, let's start with the first year medical students. The first year of medical school in ASMPH is known as Year Level 5 or YL5 for short. Here, students are introduced to anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and other subjects arranged into modules and classified according to the body's respective organ systems. MBA classes and public health subjects and activities also start as early as YL5, providing a more holistic approach to medicine.
Hi, I'm Tony Alba, a YL5 student at the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health, or the ASMPH. So I came from DLSU Manila with my pre-med of BS Pre-Med Physics. So now I'm excited to introduce to you my class of 2028. So are you guys ready? Let's go to the 5th floor. So here is my batch, which is the class of 2028, and we are 205 students, which is record-breaking for the school. So now let's go to my friend. This is Luis Navarra. And what's your pre-med and what school did you come from?
My pre-med's physical therapy and I came from FU and RMF.
So now it's very relevant because we are in the musculoskeletal and integumentary system or the MSK module. So Luis, do you have anything to say about MSK? Nahirapan ka ba?
For MSK, I think the thing that I think about all the time is just visualization. Being able to just visualize the muscles, where they are, where they start, where they end. I think once you get that down, the other concepts will just click.
So here in ASMPH, we really try to help each other and also tutor if may nahihirapan sa batch.
We start in safe doses as long as di mo kayo everyday magpa-x-ray. So generally safe sila.
Guys, kakatapos lang ng lecture namin and tomorrow we have an exam. Saktong-sakto. I want to ask Vico Salvingo. Gusto ko full name, bagay na bagay. So for that, how do you review for an exam?
So of course our module is MSK, and what I used to review is just GoodNotes app. And what we have here is our batch trans. Basically, this is a transcript of the lecture, which is really helpful to summarize everything. So this is where I highlight, put important pictures, or put like even my own notes. I can type them in. Additionally, one I would recommend, of course, is the essential anatomy. So of course for MSK, this is a really important thing. I'm able to identify the muscles, the nerves, the veins, and it gives you more detail. So I really find it helpful for someone who likes visual learning.
Oh!
I was just viewing my score from Canvas actually.
And so everyone, this is Pao Mendoza.
my name is Pao.
He's our secgen. He makes yung calendars. So without him, I don't know how I'll survive talaga.
Yeah, so let's talk about Canvas. We use this as an aid to get our learning materials from. Right now, we're at the musculoskeletal and integumentary systems, and we access the PowerPoints that was presented earlier for the lectures, and then we also take our quizzes here. So, kasi it also automatically checks the quiz after you take it. If exam naman, you can also take it here or sa library
Yeah,
if
it's
you don't have functional
here
device.
or the library. But people say that in the library, the internet is really fast.
Yeah, it's really fast. So you also take MBA classes in between. So most of the stuff talaga, since primarily online ang delivery mode ng MBA, we get our assignments or we upload our assignments here. So paper output, presentations as well. So much of everything that can guide your learning is in Canvas.
Canvas. So actually, I think that's enough kasi medyo kabado pa ako. We still have an exam tomorrow, so I think it's time for me to go home and sleep.
Same.
Joke lang.
Of course, we still need to study for tomorrow's exam.
Sleep and then study. And speaking of kasi, I think we have something next week.
Next week. So after the exam, we'll also have, according to the calendar,
Calendar.
the integrated labs. So that's where we do radio, histo, and cadaver dissection.
Yes, the highlight of this
go.
module.
We need to study
Yeah,
that.
but we need to study that.
Good morning, guys. I'm Ransel Jake A. Santos, and I am a YF5 student. I graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University, batch 2023, with a degree of Science in Chemistry. So, right now, behind me, we have the 5th floor, and this is one of our stations in our MSK Integrative Lab. For the other stations, I'll actually let my other batchmates in this video talk about this. But here we have the anatomage and also the radiology station of the MSK. So, come on, let's enter. Okay, so on my right, we have here the anatomage. It's basically a long virtual table where we can see the different structures of the human body. So here we can identify a lot of the muscles, a lot of the nerves, a lot of the tendons, which you will be able to see later on. So let's move on to the other part of the room, the radiology portion. We have different scans, CT, MRI, X-ray. We have precepts who are able to answer our questions if we're confused on what bone this is present on the CT. And these are touch screens. A lot of my classmates are currently studying them, as it's very important for us med students, especially in identifying the different structures. That's all. See you in the next part.
Hello everyone, I'm Mami Ona, and I graduated batch 2023 from the Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in BS Psychology. So right now, we're entering the room 401A, where we can see our bone samples and another anatomage. So come on in, let's go, let's go. Okay, so entering here, wow, pretty big room. So right here we have some bone samples, so they're real bones. And we can see here, over there we have another anatomage. So I don't know if they explained it to you already, but an anatomage is basically a really big iPad where it's more interactive and I guess more exclusive because I think we only have 2 here in the school, but it's really useful for our anatomy lesson. So over here naman, we can see it's our real skeleton model. So what we do here actually is we got some bone samples and we compare it to our skeleton model so we can see if correctly anterior posterior position, if it's left or right side. So it can get really confusing, but with the help of our model, it's really helpful. I hope I see you guys next year. Thank you.
I'm Rance again, a bit different with my gloves and my mask. And on my right is where Wami toured you on the anatomage and the bones portion of our Integ lab. Behind the camera, or on my right, this is the anatomy lab. So this is where we are able to dissect and look at our teachers, our silent teachers, and we're able to really look at the structures that we need to identify in the musculoskeletal system on an actual person. So at the start of the module, the first day, we had a mass to bless the cadavers. So we entered, we had mass upstairs with Father RB, and we went downstairs to be able to bless the cadavers before we started to dissect them and study them. This is a way for us to be able to thank our silent teachers who had their own lives when they were still alive, who had their own stories, and we thank them for allowing us to be able to study their bodies and to be able to understand these structures as a first-year medical student. This is what I really thought med school would be like. It's one of the major parts of your life as a first-year medical student like me in YL5, and I hope to see you guys here in ASMPH soon.
Alright, so hi guys, I'm Anisa Marichua. I graduated from Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in BS Health Sciences, and I'm a current YL5 student. So Wami and Rans, they showed you what's happening upstairs in the 4th floor. Now we're in the 3rd floor to show you my personal favorite part of the integrative lab of our MSK module, super special for YL5. Welcome to the Plastinates, guys. So you'll get to have a lot more time with them if you enroll here, so I think you should. Let's go. So that's the first plastinate. So that's basically a whole leg. So you're gonna be able to see from the thigh part down to your foot. My classmates here are appreciating, I think, yung tama ba? Are you appreciating the tibialis anterior and the extensor digitorum or let's not think about it now, but it's nice to look at. So we have a lot of stations throughout the room, and then each group is given around 5 to 6 minutes to study. It's easier also, it's nice to look at it, not just on an iPad. It's a whole new experience. So yeah, that's basically it. Oops, that's a timer, meaning tapos na yung time, and then everyone moves. So basically that's it. I just wanted to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until this part, keep on watching to know more about the beautiful community here in ASMPH.
Hi again, guys. I am Tony.
I'm Migo.
I'm Pao.
I'm Wami.
I'm Rans.
I'm Nisa. And once again, we are from
Batch 2028!
So that ends our week in the life as first-year medical students of ASMPH. And up next, what do we have?
Wild Six Tour!
So we hope to see you guys again. Hi!
Hi, I'm Jero, and I'm a year level 6 student, and I'm from batch 2027. So you heard from Tony that in YL5 you learn the foundations of human anatomy and physiology, and now in my classroom year level, we're learning about the abnormal parts of it, or the pathologies of it. So in addition to your YL5 subjects, there are new things that you're going to experience. So you have your pathology, microbiology, parasitology, and pharmacology. So for our classroom year level, the highlights would be our lectures and laboratory classes, and of course, our weekly routine or our weekly Monday exams. So I'll take you to MPH, our classroom, and we'll see where we can sneak you into a glimpse of a YL6 student's life. So let's go! Okay, so welcome to the 2nd floor. So if you recall from Tony's part, we know the YL5 students stay in the 5th floor. So for us year level 6 students, the 2nd floor is where most of our lectures are. So let's go inside. Okay, so right now, the classroom's pretty vacant. You see a lot of empty chairs, but that's because we have 20 minutes before the lecture starts. But when our entire batch is here, it actually fills the room because we're a batch of 180 students. Ayun, what's up? Okay, hi Matt. Can you tell us more about our classroom here in MPH?
Yeah, so right now, as Jera said, we're in the MPH. And I think you already said we're a batch of 180, so we're quite a lot of people. And so if you can see here, there's an elevated part so that everyone can see even if they're in the back. And then since it's also a pretty wide classroom, we have 3 projectors and a microphone so that everyone can hear talaga. And then to the far end over there, since this is the MPH, it's multi-purpose. So it's not just for studying, it's also for dancing. That's why there's a mirror there, right? But that's enough about the classroom. What about everything that we have to prepare beforehand?
Oh, hi. I'm SB. So I'm one of Jero's friends, and right now I'm just preparing the trans for Doc T's lecture. So this was made by 2026. Then usually kasi we get the trances from the upper years are inherited to us. And kunwari kapag face-to-face lecture, I get the older trances, syempre, para I can still follow. Then usually what we bring to school is like iPads, or kunwari kung may exam, some people bring laptops, tapos, because that's where we take our quizzes and stuff. Then some people, they print notes. So parang, you know, it's up to you how you want to prepare for class.
When the lecture is here, we'll try to see if we can give you a short glimpse of what our lecture is today. So it's about hematology. So we're going to learn about the pathologies associated with that. So yun, we hope to see you in a bit.
Tsaka guys, coffee is a must.
Yeah, it's a new day, it's a new afternoon. You gotta caffeinate yourself. Yeah.
Stay awake.
See you.
One of the very basic tests that we have done, no, is CBC, or complete blood count. So basically, that's how it looks like. Ayan, yung nakapresent ng mga numbers. So it's like a list of numbers, of values. That's what you want.
Okay, so hi guys. So now we're in our afternoon lectures about hematology, hemapathologies. And now my recitation. Beside me is Dane, and then Dane's going to talk about what goes on during our lectures.
Ayan, so ngayon we're having our basic pathology class on hematology with Doc Rico T.
Anong tawag natin dito?
Ayan, siya rin yung prof namin on hematology from YL5 last years. Kaya ngayon pinag-aaralan namin yung mga fundamentals of any disease na meron tayo sa blood and yung components. Pero ayun, as you can see, buong batch kami nandito ngayon. Nag-aaral kami as one big batch. Siyempre, one big fight. Pero ayun, meron din kami mga synchronous classes at home and meron din kami mga asynchronous self-paced classes. Pero ngayon, siguro dati sa inyo ngayon, mga 1 to 2 hour lectures. Pero dito sa med school, around 2 to 3 hour on average yung mga lectures namin. Kaya need talaga makinig, need talaga mag-aral.
Normochromic na anemia.
So, ayun, that's a glimpse in our classroom. Yung next natin, we'll try to get you to the labs. Pero for now, we're going to listen into class because we have an exam on Monday. See you guys.
Yan, 1,000. Sige.
So hi guys, so it's a Monday. So pag Monday sa YL6 kasi, you have module exams. And for today, we have 2 exams. The first one we're having is a module exam, and then the next one is a pharma exam. Kasi essentially in second year, you have modules and you have year-long subjects. So yung pharma exam, patingi-tingi siyang nilalagay in between the module. Ayun. So, AG, meron ka bang magbibigay na tips before tayo pumasok sa room?
Kasi pag pharma, kailangan talaga matagal yung aral nito. So, kailangan pa ulit-ulit mo yung drugs. Kasi para siyang bagong language, no?
Ayan. So, ayun. Bagong language ang pharma. So, with all new languages, repetition is key. Yeah. So, ayun. Yes, wish us luck. Hey guys, it's a few minutes before the exam. So, we're gonna go to our exam room. So, ayun. This is our room. Hi, to. So, ayun. Morning. So yeah, we check where our attendance are and then we just sign.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good luck, good luck.
Thanks, Doc. So usually we just find who we're seated with para it's easier for us to locate our seat also. So yeah, I'll go to my... Good luck, sir. Good luck, good luck. We're about to start the exam. Any last words, sir, before the exam starts?
Abatasep.
Abatasep. Okay.
Following YL5 is YL6. YL6 is known to be one of the more challenging years due to its weekly Monday exams, which continues the whole school year. On average, each exam consists of 100 items, with its coverage being the previous week's lectures. Exams are taken online via Canvas and a lockdown browser, which prevents access to all other websites except the page of the exam itself.
Ayun, it was a module exam and then a pharma exam. Tapos, usually, after exams, we have feedback. Pero before that, when we have a little more time, nakikipagkwentuhan lang ako just to see how my friends are doing as well kasi they're the people I study with. So, ayun. We see an AG here na nagmumuni-muni. So, kumusta naman yung exam?
Actually, for the first time, it was fine.
It was a pretty good exam compared to the previous ones.
We don't talk about the previous ones.
Let's check out some of my other batchmates. Hi, Iggy.
Oh, hi, Jero.
We're with our batch twins and kamusta naman exam?
Actually, I found it quite challenging, no? The first one especially.
The first one talaga.
Since we had 2 exams today, the patho module and the pharma module, but I found the first one much harder than the second one.
But apparently, the first exam is the easiest na for the entire module. The learning never stops, no? In YL6.
Okay, so, ayun, since exams done early, we still have a lot of time before lecture. So we'll eat first and we'll catch you in our next class. So, see you guys. Tara.
Bye.
Kain! We are now in our pathology lab session. Our lab sessions usually happen at least once every module. That also goes for our microbiology and our parasitology laboratories. So as I mentioned a while ago, the highlight of YL6 is really our lab session. So we have patho, para, and micro. So just like YL5, we have histological slides, but they're now pathological specimens. And these lab sessions help us better understand what actually goes on in the lectures that we're learning. So now, to talk more about how we actually go through the lab sessions, we can ask Iggy, who's beside me.
So again, sinabi na ni Jero kanina, what we're looking at are abnormal slides or pathological slides. So ito yung mga slide boxes namin. And actually, meron kaming tig-isang mga slide boxes. So, yun yung tinitingnan namin every session. Tapos, for example, may isang session, tapos magpapakita sa amin ng lab guide. So, it's full of slide numbers, okay, that we have to look for. And may mga guide questions then to help us understand what we're looking at exactly. So, for example, this one. Okay? Ito yung picture ng slide ko. Okay? And here are some of the answers to my questions. Kung nakita nyo yung setup ko, I'm not looking directly at the microscope kasi minsan nakaka-eye strain siya. So, at least dito, makikita mo na, tapos at least stable na siya, ready na to take a picture. So, just like that. Yeah. Napicturean ko na yung slide ko. And you can even go to higher magnifications. And ikaw na mismo mag-a-adjust until it's clear.
Okay, so hi guys again. So we came from the microscope side of the lab session. Now we'll look at the other side, the gross specimen side. So SB, ano yung pinag-uusapan natin dito?
So our topic kasi for BP2 is cancers. So, mga carcinomas, malignant, benign. And since one part of our lab is about studying the glass slides, which is the microscopic images, another part would be looking at the gross structures. So these are a few of the samples. So we have a lipoma, epidermal inclusion cyst, and so on. What I'm studying right now is a lipoma. So yeah, benign tumor of fat cells. And the reason why we have to study this also is because at the end of this session, we're gonna have like a short quiz, like Iggy mentioned, and then some of the questions will revolve around gross specimens. Then the way I like to study for it is I usually answer the lab worksheets that they give us. Then I have like Robin's as a guide on my side. You remember, Dean? Your other lab assessments.
Well, at the end of it all, meron tayong moving exam, which is just one of the many comprehensive exams na meron tayo dito sa YL6. So basically, in moving exams, you would only have a few seconds to around 1 minute para i-check yung slides or yung specimens na naka-present sa harap mo, and you should identify what kind of disease it presents or kung ano yung pathology or pathophysiology nung meron sa slides na yon. So kaya talagang kailangan sulitin yung patholab times natin and patholab schedules. Pero ikaw, Jero, pag-aral ka na ba?
Ayun, so after today, mag-aaral na talaga ako kasi medyo comprehensive talaga yung coverage ng BP2 na exam. Tapos, di ako ready sa moving kasi that buzzer gives me memories. Okay, so that's it for YL6. We took you through a typical week of what our classroom year level looks like, which consisted of
Monday exams,
classroom lectures,
and laboratory sessions.
so we hope to see you guys on campus next year.
For the next portion, the YL7 is going to share a week in their life in ASMPH.
For us, please! Pray for us!
Hi, I'm Soph, a YL7 student from Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health, and I'm from batch 2026. So my college course was BS Health Sciences from Ateneo, and I graduated back in 2021. So if YL6 talked about more of the abnormalities of the human body, YL7 will take a look at more of how you can apply these textbook knowledge into a more clinical setting, as well as learn some clinical skills that we can use in the coming years. So let me take you around YL7, maybe some classroom lectures, some clinical skills training, and maybe even visit my partner community for this year. So I'll also try to take you around what life is like outside the classroom since we have Frisbee training this week. So hopefully we get to do that. So now maybe we can start with the classroom and let's see what YL7 life is like, starting with Chungte. So now we're inside Chungte Auditorium, and although it's a bit quiet and empty, this is where we have all our lectures, our classes for batch 2026. So usually I would sit somewhere here. So let's try to see what it's like when the classroom is full with the lecture ongoing.
Again, it follows naman the lectures that are uploaded in that for you to see. Grading. The bulk comes from long exams.
Okay, so we just ended the orientation and then we'll start with the first lecture. So Doc said we'll have overview of dry eye disease, diagnosis and management. So we're just waiting for Doc to set up over there.
Not a promise, but don't break that streak, okay? The main bulk of the tears, which is the aqueous part, is produced by the glands, lacrimal gland.
So now you've seen what the classroom's really like when it's really full and there's a lecture ongoing, and you saw me take down notes on my iPad or my notebook. So now let's go upstairs and join me for a clinical skills session. So we're in our opto module and we have a skills assessment today. So they're trying to teach us how to take the full PE for the eyes. So part of the test is using the ophthalmoscope for fundoscopy. So we use this to look at the inside of the eye. So you can turn it on using this and then you'll see a light. So basically, it has to be in a dark room and then we're just gonna go look through here to look at my friend's eye. So you go like this and then you have to go closer to see what's the inside structures. Yes. Okay, hi guys. It's another day of YL7 and then we'll be traveling outside campus since it's an LEC day. So it's learning experiences in communities. So I'm with my group today. This is Toby, our designated driver. And then the rest. Hey guys.
So we're currently working with our partner organization called Motor Trade.
So we're going to Montalban, Rizal. We'll teach them about hygiene and health.
Medyo malayo sa Manila, no? Pero we'll see you guys there later.
Bye!
Bye guys! See you! Hi guys, so we got to our community in Macabud, Rizal. So today we were tasked to do a quick session on health and hygiene. So we prepared pamphlets about hand washing and proper hygiene. So we'll be doing that in a bit. So you'll be able to join us and see what our community is like, see what we do there, and the people who live there as well. So don't worry when you get to YL7 yourself. You'll be able to join your group mates and then, spend some time with your partner community. So I might have to cut this a bit short since our meeting will start and we'll have to teach them. But stay tuned for one more thing since I have one thing to show you before we wrap up what YL7 is like. So see you guys later. Bye!
YL7 is known as the clinical year. This is where students are exposed to more clinical cases and scenarios through case discussions and shadowing consultants of various specialties. During this year, students also start collaborating and working with the school's partner communities within Metro Manila.
Okay, so hi guys, it's me again, and now we're in the field. I was able to show you what it's like in the classroom for a lecture, some clinical skills training, and a bit of my community. So now we're here in the field to play some frisbee. So, this is actually what my teammates, si Kato from YL6.
Yeah, he's off. Hey guys.
So yeah, so we tried to find time for some training to chill out a bit.
Yeah, because we just had an exam yesterday, so today's all about distressing. That's why we're to play Ultimate. But it's not just Ultimate, of course. There's basketball, football, volleyball, among other things.
Yeah, and we're kind of preparing for Palaro Medicina, which hopefully might happen in the next few months.
Hopefully, Palaro Medicina is a competition across the various med schools. So pretty much all the sports we compete in that.
Yeah, so if you're an athlete, maybe you want to join us and train with us from time to time.
Yeah, why not? And speaking of training, tara, 1 point.
Tara, let's go. See you guys.
Bye guys.
Okay, so that's the end of the YO7 segment, and thank you guys for joining me around. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe next year I'll get to see you around ASMPH walking the halls as well. For now, let's take a look at what happens in clerkship and internship. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Marco.
And I'm Gabe.
And we are YL8 students of Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health.
Yes, YL8 is very different from YL7 because it is the start of our clinical years. In YL7, we still sat in the class or logged into Zoom for our lectures, while in YL8, we are fourth year medical students, which means this is our clerkship year.
And like Gabe said, YL7 is the last of our classroom years. By the time you get into YL8, hospital rotations already begin. So come join us as we show you a glimpse of what we do here in the hospital.
Hello again, it's Gabe, your YL8 clerk. So I just have my code to go with me just in case, because I don't want to miss anything important. Okay. So right now we're in the Medical City, one of our partner hospitals, as clerks and interns. So other than Medical City, we actually get exposure in other hospitals such as the Philippine Children's Medical Center, Philippine Orthopedic Center, Hospital ng Makati, Rizal Medical Center, East Avenue Medical Center, and the likes. But TMC is where we spend most of our time in, and it's convenient because it's just across ASMPH. So I want to show you two main places here in the hospital. The first is where we are right now, which is the clerks and interns quarters, which we'll tour in a bit. And afterwards, we'll be going to the ledge, but I'll leave it at that for now. So right now, we're in the clerks and interns quarters, and as you can see here, these are all the lockers of the interns where they, like 2 people share per locker, just to maximize the space. And then there's where they can put their bags, their other belongings, and like other clothes for OR in case they're in surgery. And then there's also a bathroom inside for the females. And then they have this corkboard for like announcements or whatever they want to post up here. And to your right, so this is actually where you can sleep. So we have some beds over here, more lockers both sides, and this is where we can sleep over here. Yes. So just remember to be very quiet when it's at night, because this is where people rest. Yes. Okay. And then over here we have the pantry. So this is where we can sit down. As you can see, there's a lot of tables and chairs. So you can sit down, do your SGDs here if there's not too much many people. You can also eat here since it's aircon. And if you walk further down, so you'll see that we have a microwave, a water dispenser, and just a sink to wash your hands afterwards. Then to your back, so you actually have, this is where we can put our bags over here. We also have a cabinet over here. Okay, just to place our things in order. So let me explain to you what we actually do here in the hospital. So as clerks and interns, we rotate in different departments like internal medicine, surgery, OB, pedia, anesthesiology, opta, ortho, psych, radiology, ENT, rehab, and many more. I know there's a lot going on, but it's really just part of it. So what do we do? So as clerks and interns, we go around, we do rounds with our residents and consultants to see patients who are admitted here in the hospital. We also assist them, our residents, in writing the patient's charts, and if needed, we also do blood extractions, IV insertions, Foley catheters, and stuff like that. So aside from doing rounds, we also help out in the emergency room, especially for rotations such as internal medicine and surgery. So in surgery, for example, we're able to assist in many operations in the ER, such as like suturing up a patient who got into an accident. And in the OR, we actually get to scrub in. We hold surgical instruments, we do what you hear a lot of, such as retracting, and sometimes we're lucky enough to suture as well. So there are times that we actually have to go back to school to attend certain workshops for each department. So for OB, we have these models wherein we can simulate how to deliver a baby. We call them our HANA models. So they're there for practice because assisting a pregnant patient during labor is very difficult and very technical. So we really have to know what we're doing in order to maximize our experience in that rotation. As for surgery, we also have our suturing workshops wherein they teach us the basics, such as the different instruments that we may encounter, in order to hone our skills and give us a feel of what it's like. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what we do as clerks and interns, and let's go check out the ledge. Okay, so right now we're at the ledge, and as you can see, it's kind of like an alfresco type of area. So this was made for healthcare workers as well as clerks and interns, for us to have a place to unwind or relax after a long duty day or in between our breaks. It's also, so like you can see, there's a lot of greenery, there's a lot of chairs and tables, and we can also like bring our food here, eat our lunch or have our dinner at night. Or we can also do our online SGDs here, so you can sit down, do it here because the Wi-Fi actually reaches. But yeah, it's just a place to unwind and get some fresh air after being in the hospital for so long.
The final year of MBA classes also ends with WILE 8. It's in this year where students write and present their strategic management papers to the Ateneo Graduate School of Business faculty members. Finishing MBA by clerkship allows the students to focus better during internship. Unlike other medical schools, medical internship is part of the curriculum of ASMPH. The school also offers a community-enhanced internship program to its deserving and worthy students. These select few are able to spend time rotating in local health centers in Quezon City and Pasig, which provide an effective setting for the interns to learn and be taught.
Hi, I'm Joe Luna. I'm from batch 2024 and I'm a medical intern. I'm currently rotating in Medical City and Hospital ng Makati. And to those who aren't really familiar yet with how med school internship goes, it's basically your 5th year of medical school. In other med schools, the curriculum actually ends by your 4th year or your clerkship year. Then afterwards, you'd have to apply for a postgraduate internship in another institution. But in ASMPH, internship is already actually integrated in our curriculum, so all of the 5th year medical students rotate in Medical City and Hospital ng Makati for their internship. When you compare internship with clerkship, primarily it's different because we actually have a bit more responsibility given that we already rotated in a hospital setting in our clerkship year. So we become the direct juniors to the residents, and we join them and we do rounds and see patients along with the consultants as well. Overall, our roles as clerks and interns is mainly to learn in a practice-based approach by applying all of the things we learned in the classroom in our 1st year to all the way to 3rd year, and actually apply this to the management of the patients that we see in the hospital. And as much as we are there to learn, of course, we also do our part to assist our residents and our consultants as we are now part of the healthcare workforce. So overall, that's it. That's what a medical school intern does. Thank you.
The support of ASMPH to its students goes beyond the 5 years of medical school. Ugad Aguila, an eagle's nest, symbolizes the school's community and its initiatives of taking care of its board takers as they prepare for the most important exam of their lives, the physician licensure examination. From the moral support during the review days to welcoming them back after the exam with a finish line to cross, Ugad Aguila is a community all Ateneans can count on to be there through all the milestones, living out the true meaning of no Atenean left behind.